All right, everybody, welcome back to my DVD Blu Ray collection video, part 6. We're continuing on with my Blu Rays A to Z collection. And that brings us to the Karate Kid collection. Just recently picked this up. Took a while to find this. You could always just find like a 1 and 2 collection with the first 2 on Blu Ray, but I had the hardest time finding this, and I think it's because we haven't released it yet in the U.S. I think this is like another one of the U.K. editions, but it is region free, and I've watched them all, and they look really good on here. This, of course, is the first 3, that next Karate Kid, the 4th one, in the collection, obviously. No, it's not a very liked one in the series. I have it on DVD, but I just really, wanted the collection of these 3, but whoopsie daisy. This was definitely a favorite of mine. I love the Karate Kid collection. I love the Karate Kid films. I've, loved them for many years, ever since I was a little kid. And it's nice to have a Blu-ray collection of all 3 films, so yeah. All right, another top comedy favorite of mine from the Farrelly Brothers, Kingpin. This movie is just so hilarious. I absolutely love this film. I love Woody Harrelson. I love him in this role. But definitely had to own this film on Blu-ray, and this is a really cool edition. Special features that come with this is pretty sweet. But definitely had to own Kingpin on Blu-ray. Top favorite of mine. And before we get too far through the alphabet, I want to go back here and show you guys this one. I didn't have this on my shelf when I started this, because I was actually watching this movie. I bought this a few months ago, but I watched it for the first time last night. I just wanted to see what it looked like on Blu-ray, and it looks awesome. No, definitely a favorite of mine as well, Armageddon. This movie just looked incredible on Blu-ray, but really good movie. Definitely another top favorite. All right, next we got The Labyrinth, another classic. I've always liked this. I always liked this movie ever since I was a little kid. Definitely a movie I had to own on Blu-ray. And I don't really think you get a lot of special features on this one. I think there's like a featurette making of. But this movie looks really good on Blu-ray. This was the movie I owned on VHS, and then I got it on DVD and had to own it on Blu-ray. And now we got the Disney's The Lone Ranger. I love Johnny Depp in every single role that he does. Who doesn't? And I was a little optimistic about this movie, but I had to go ahead and pick this up. I think I picked it up just because another one of those movies that I found a good deal on. I wasn't, real into this movie. Kind of lost me in parts, got kind of boring. Never really was a fan of the TV show. I think I'm a little young for that, but it was decent. It was okay. It's just, I don't think it's really a movie I'd watch many more times, like most of the other films I have. But I think like I said, picked this up because I got a pretty good deal on it. That takes us to Machete. Danny Trejo. I really like this movie. It kind of reminds me of the Expendable movies when it comes to like the cast lineup. They really bring a lot of people into these movies. A big popular known cast, and I really liked this one, Machete. It was really, really good. Thought it was a really great entertaining film. Of course, in this one you get Steven Seagal, Michelle Rodriguez, Jessica Alba, Robert De Niro, and I think a few others I might be forgetting here, but yeah, like just what it says, right, just what it says on the back there, an over-the-top thrill ride. Definitely is what it is. But thought it'd be good to own on Blu-ray. I found these pretty good deals. But yeah, love this. And then, of course, Machete Kills, the follow-up to Machete. This movie, to be honest with you, again, it's another top cast. The cast in this film. I think in this one you get Charlie Sheen, who's actually billed as Carlos Estevez for some reason. It's just funny. Mel Gibson is in this one. Antonio Banderas, Cuba Gooding Jr. I think Cheech is in this too, but I think he might have been in the first one too. I could have that backwards, but Yeah, this one got really cheesy. Didn't really like it that much. And of course they got that. I guess you want to call it like a spoof trailer at the end of this, showing the next installment, Machete Kills. I think it's like Machete Kills Again or Machete Kills in Space or something like that. It's kind of weird. I don't know if they're actually making it. I haven't actually read up on it for a while. I should do that, but supposedly they got like a third one coming too, where he's like in space now or something. I don't know. It's just funny. But yeah, I didn't really like it. The first one is by far way better. But still, I had to own it just because I had the first one. All right, next we got Masters of the Universe, another classic favorite of mine. As far back as I can remember, when I was, probably in the 4 or 5 year range, I was one of the first big things I was into that I can remember as a kid. I was so into He-Man. I watched the cartoon religiously. I had all the He-Man guys. I still even have a few of them to this day. But loved He-Man as a kid. Brings back so many memories. And this was such a good movie. Just an all-around good movie. And definitely one I had to own on Blu-ray. I was pretty happy to find this. I just recently got this off of Amazon. And the transfer is just really, really good on this one. Yeah, I love this movie. Had to have this on Blu-ray. Just takes me right back to my childhood. All right, next, another series of movies that I just absolutely love. Had to own on Blu-ray, the Men in Black series. These are really fun movies. My son and I watched all 3 of these not too long ago. Had a little marathon, as we do. And I really like them. Like I said, definitely movies I had to own on Blu-ray. They're actually kind of hard to find. I had to get them all on Amazon, I think. This one, unless... I can't remember. Actually, you know what? I think I might have bought these at Barnes & Noble's. I think I found a pretty good deal on them. But, yeah. I don't know. What do you think of these movies, buddy?
I thought it was a pretty good movie. I love the aliens in part 3. And when, I don't know what number it was, but when the alien ate the old dude, and the dude...
Oh, yeah.
He got to throw up out of it.
I think it was the first one, maybe?
I think it was, yeah, it was the first one.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah. So, thumbs up on the Men in Black films? Yeah, so there you have it. There's my son's opinion. But here's Men in Black Part 2 and Men in Black Part 3. I really like this one. I like when in a trilogy, when the third movie starts getting in detail as far as like origin and backstory. How like you find out things that you never knew were true and things like that. So this one definitely did that. And I really love Josh Brolin as a young Tommy Lee Jones. I thought he did really good. I mean, just spot on. But yeah, I love Men in Black. Definitely had to have these on Blu-ray. And that brings us to my Mortal Kombat triple feature here. Always a fan of the video game. I'm a huge fan of Nintendo and Super Nintendo. That's about as far as it goes with me. I got a Wii here that my son likes playing. I got like a Punch-Out game in there I like playing. But when it comes to video games and video game systems, I'm just always going to be a Nintendo, Super Nintendo guy. And I love the Mortal Kombat games. And definitely love the movies as well. Thought the movies were really good, really entertaining. Never was a big fan of the Street Fighter movie. It's okay. I got it on DVD. But if I had to pick between... Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter for games and movies, definitely would be Mortal Kombat all the way. This collection, you get 1 and 2, and then you get the Mortal Kombat Legacy, which I don't really know a lot about. I think it's like a TV show or something, a TV series. Let's see here. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's like a TV series or something like that. I don't know. I don't think it's a movie. Maybe you can... And there it goes again. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. I don't really know much about it, but I suppose I should sit down and watch it one day. But anyways, Mortal Kombat. All right, next we got Noah, the Russell Crowe film. I kind of took a chance on this movie. I'm the kind of guy that even if I haven't seen a movie before, I kind of have a general idea if I want to own it or not. That probably sounds stupid, but when I went to buy this movie when it was released, I was going to get it on DVD, and then when I kind of read about it, seen the trailer, it just seemed like the type of movie that would be pretty sweet on Blu-ray. And I've always liked the the Noah story. I always thought it was interesting, and you know, when I seen this movie coming out, I was pretty stoked about it. And to be honest with you, I was pretty let down with this movie. I didn't like it. Like I said, took a chance, whatever. It was just weird. It was just a really weird take on the Noah story. It got really crazy it got crazier and crazier as it went on, leading all the way up to the end. It was just strange, and I don't know. I didn't like it, but there you have it. No. All right, next one here is Office Space from the creator of Beavis and Butthead, Mike Judge. Hilarious movie. Awesome movie. One of my top favorite comedy movies. One of those movies, again, I could watch over and over and over. Love this movie. This is a pretty sweet addition with the special features that are in here, but gotta love this movie. Had to have it on Blu-ray. All right, next that takes us to Oz the Great and Powerful, Sam Raimi's rendition of Wizard of Oz. This was actually a pretty cool movie. I really like James Franco. I've always liked him, and I really liked him in the Spider-Man films. This was a pretty cool movie. I liked it. Definitely a movie to have on Blu-ray. I mean, there's a few things I didn't like about it. I found kind of boring, but all in all, thought it was a good movie. Next, that takes us to another top favorite of mine from the 80s, Stallone's Over the Top. Really good movie, a really good standalone movie. Back in these days, he was really into doing Rocky and Rambo and all those movies. But then, he released this movie, and I just thought it's a really cool, one-of-a-kind type movie. You don't really have many arm wrestling type movies out there. This is pretty much like the only one I know. And God, I would watch this movie over and over as a kid. I mean, could not get enough of this movie. And I just, definitely had to have this on Blu-ray. Just such a great feel-good movie. Action-packed. It's just excellent. All right, and that takes us to Tim Burton's Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I mean, who doesn't like this movie? It's just that type of movie that everybody in the world loves, and a lot of people just won't admit it, that they love this movie. It is just so good. I mean, I'll admit it all day. I love this movie. It's so great. I mean, this movie, it's just, can please, every age, from little kids to adults. It's just so good. It's just, I mean, I just love Tim Burton's mind, what he does with things. And, of course, this is, pretty much his first big film. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a fan of... big fan of Big Top Pee-wee, the sequel, which wasn't Tim Burton. And then, there's talks of the new third movie finally coming out, I believe, next year, Pee-wee's Big Holiday or something like that, which Tim Burton's not a part of. It's actually Judd Apatow, and I really love Judd Apatow movies. And pretty cool to hear that they're putting together a new Pee-wee film, so hopefully it'll be good, but nothing will ever compare to this one. All right, now that takes us to The Perfect Weapon, Jeff Speakman. This movie is just absolutely awesome. Kind of a lesser known movie. Great martial arts type movie. Jeff Speakman is just a badass. For those of you who may not know who this guy is, but this is just a really good movie. Came out in '91, just out of the '80s era. But this is just a great movie. It's just got some badass fight scenes. I mean, he is just a badass in this movie. And it's just really good. It was always a favorite of mine as a kid. And I owned it on DVD. It was kind of a crappy copy because I don't think they ever actually released it on DVD. I think the copy ended up with it was a bootleg or something. And then the talking, the words didn't actually match up with the person's mouth. But when I noticed that they actually have a Blu-ray release of this movie, I'm like, oh my God, I've got to get that. So yeah, I bought it immediately as soon as I found it on Amazon. But just a really good movie. If you're a fan of martial arts movies and stuff, you have to see this movie if you haven't seen it. Trust me, it's a highly recommended movie.